Well, it's Sunday afternoon here at the Paramount Theatre in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And when I first started working on this job about 9 months ago, I heard the term Scagliola. Had no idea what it was. And I come to learn that it's actually refers to a man-made product that is made to imitate stone. And there are 10 Scagliola columns here at the Paramount Theatre. There's one right in the corner that you can see well. That's a half column. And in the corner there's a quarter column. It's actually gone. And here's another half column right here. It's been chopped away so that the man doing the work could learn how it was built to make something similar. And so right here in the Hall of Mirrors there's a total of 10 Scag columns. There are 8 half columns, which this is one right here. And there are 2 quarter columns. And it's hard to see, but right there in the corner is a quarter column. And there's another half column with the top chopped away. And that's done so that the man doing the column work could figure out how to make the tops of the columns. There's another quarter column over there in the corner. Another half column and quarter column. And again, part of that one's chopped away as well with a prop underneath it. When it flooded, it's hard to see, but right there you can see from there on up the column is a lighter color, and from right there on down the column's a darker color, and that's flood damage. So we're trying to recreate those 10 columns. We're going to go out to the Fleck building where a man has a little, you can't say a little, he actually has a pretty good sized studio built up where he's doing these things right here in Cedar Rapids. So let's go take a look at Scag column casting. About 4 months ago, the Scagliola man started doing color matches at the Paramount Theatre. The lighting was poor, and he took some of the old columns and cut them off and dissected them to figure out how the process went to make the new columns. And today they're in the process of casting their last column. Over here we see some corner columns that have been done. Over here are half columns that have been done. In the theater there's a total of 8 half columns and 2 quarter columns. So I think he's made a few extra ones as well. He's built a pretty nice studio or work room away from the theater, about 5 miles away from downtown Cedar Rapids, where he's able to perform his work. And this is touchy work, so I'm going to work as hard as I can at staying out of their way today. Let's see some of the colors that he'll be using. They're getting all laid out and ready to go. And this is the mold that they'll be using. The mold was actually made using the dimensions from the existing columns in the theater downtown Cedar Rapids. The plaster components. I don't know if you can see these or not, but there are tiny little pinholes in here that eventually, once the columns are cast, they will be filled, and then they will be sanded down with coarse sandpaper, progressively going to finer and finer sandpaper. I believe it's a wet or dry silicone carbide that they use, and they'll be polished out. So we'll wait for them to get set up. We'll turn the camera back on and watch them cast a column. Here you can see them working with some silk that will eventually go.
The surface at.
Well, not right now anyway.
Yeah. Jim, you got a sponge already out.
Starting to mix the plaster now. There are going to be many different colors, and they'll lay in each individual color one at a time, I believe. If you watch closely, you will see that each man touches each part of the column. That way no individual patterns are set up in the column. For instance, if there's 4 guys there, if each one divided the column into 4 pieces, you would see 4 distinct patterns. So they work hard to make sure that they each touch the entire column.
Then when's the recruiting go down in college football?
How's that white? Is it still alive there?
Oh, yeah. Keep going with it.
Pretty loose?
Yep.
Nice. When we pull this silk, we'll
Yeah, it might.
backfill it with some white.
The silk has served its purpose, so they're now pulling the silk back out, leaving behind the green tint.
What do we do?
Should be very careful.